My name is Katelyn Sharpe, and I'm based in the Willamette Valley in Northwest Oregon. And I have been beekeeping off and on for the last decade or so. I'm also a full-time farmer, so I do vegetable production and I work for a chef. And so the first farm I was on was a vegetable production farm, and they happened to have honeybees on the farm. And day one, there was a swarm that happened, and it was just such a magical, first day. They were all swarming around the tree, and we were able to catch it. And so my first introduction was catching a swarm, and then it just immediately I was swooned and just thought it was the coolest thing, and thought that the behavior of the bees around the honey or around the queen was really mesmerizing. I've never met a grumpy beekeeper. I think one of my favorite parts of beekeeping is just the community that it brings along. In general, I think it's that rule of thumb, right? You ask a beekeeper or 10 beekeepers 10 different questions, you're going to get 10 different answers, and I think it's just a total wealth of knowledge that comes along with that community, and it's a lot of passing information down and leaning on one another. So I chose to go with the Hoover hive because it is sealed already. I was having a hard time finding a good paint that I liked that was good for sealing, and so that was a big draw. And I am moving in a direction where I have clients where I set up bees on their property for them. And so buying a lot of colonies at one time, or boxes for colonies at one time, just having it ready to go, it does give you the option to have it assembled beforehand, and that does save some time. And I just know that it's put together nicely and ready to go, and there's no worries there. I have had some troubles with frames in previous companies where, when you tack them on together, it's some of them, when you're using your hive tool, it just has a hard time staying put. So these ones, I saw that they were assembled, good to go. They looked durable, and so far it's held up really well. Something that's really been helpful in the beekeeping journey is just to have this sort of at the forefront of my mind of, the more you learn, the less you know, kind of, and things are changing, and so we're changing with it too. And sometimes someone will tell you something's not going to work, and you try it and it works well for you, but it doesn't work for your neighbor, and I think that's where it's really important to lean on the people that know the stories and have been doing it for a lot longer. So originally, when beekeeping sort of entered my world, I had taken a couple classes here and there, but most of it was really just reading books, which is really great too. But I joined a beekeeping club, and that really changed everything. So really, again, finding just the people that can help you out initially. There's just so many questions that come up, and so many things ruling against you. And so I think dipping your toes in at first, it's really just good to get out there, start talking with people and find your community. Wish I had done more of that. For me, reading books wasn't enough. I wish I'd been more surrounded by the people around in the area. But, there's a lot of intervention that happens with bees, and it's sort of this really cool, kind of strange relationship where we have a lot of manipulating to do with bees, and it doesn't sit right with a lot of people. And I know initially it didn't with me either. And a big role that plays in is, varroa mites, right? We have to treat for them. And so originally I was really keen on not, doing more natural treatment or doing very little treatment. And so I think, that was a tough call to really just think about nature taking care of itself. I thought that could be the route initially, but really there is a lot of intervening that we have to do, and we can still do it in a respectful way. But we got to take charge, with these bees and help them out. So it's sort of a strange relationship we have with them. They're domesticated insects, and it's worth leaning into. You got to just kind of know that they need us, we need them, and that's how it goes. I think one of the first initial practices I have for anyone that's interested in keeping bees, or me keeping bees for them, is your reason why. Like, why do you want to have bees, and what's your purpose? What's your intention? Are you growing a garden that you're hoping to get all your vegetables pollinated? Are you hoping to get an ag deferral for having bees on your property, or recognition for the company that you have, and really diving in and figuring out what's drawing you to this? Is it to get honey? Is it, what's your why? And I think words of encouragement, it's like we have so much access to information nowadays. It feels impossible not to be an expert in any field, right? It's like we have all this beautiful information at our fingertips, and there is really great podcasts out there through Oregon State University. It's called Pollination, and listening on things like that is just, brings all the hope up. Keep the hope alive. It's really what I'm trying to get at is, don't give up. And it is really helpful to stay hopeful. It's helpful to lean into the people that are willing to help, which is most every beekeeper I know, and, not give up. I think it's a really inspirational work, and the people that are doing it have a lot of grit. So it's a good thing.